Some of you guys are wondering if this final round of the relationship that you guys are in is like seriously like for real over this time, and it is over. I see that we have the Ace of Swords card coming out here, which means somebody in this relationship is done with this. They're putting the Ace of Swords up, which means it's the ultimate. There's no more chances. Like, this was the last time they told you that was your last chance, or that was their last chance, whichever this resonates with. And I see here that there is one person in this relationship that is honestly wondering, like, is it really for real over? Like, it is. And it's telling either one of you to honestly start picking up more shifts at work to keep your mind busy, because you're thinking about something that you're not going to fix. And it does say let go of a fixed plan here too. It's saying that it's time to take action on the matter, because this is your final confirmation for anybody that was wondering, but I heard you've known for a long time. You keep trying to look for a different explanation or an answer, but there isn't one. There isn't one, other than the one that you know of. They already knew. They see you as a liar. So this, I could feel like I'm talking to the person that's obviously fibbing in the relationship, and I'm not gonna lie. When I pulled it, I felt like the person that's in the good lied about something. And the person that's actually more in the wrong, like, there's somebody that's like 80% in the wrong, and then like maybe 10 or 20 for the other. But whatever that one thing was, I did get a feeling that it triggered this person. And there's no excuse for what this person has ever done to you by any means, but I don't know if there was a fight that you guys had, but there's something strong in your heart. I feel like it's in my heart, and I don't even know. But it says they already knew. They see you as a liar. So I feel like there was something that you guys discussed, and by the time that the other person was approached, the answers had already been discovered, and they were just asking to see where you stood with your integrity, or they stood with their integrity. And you can't help everybody, and at this point, honestly, in this relationship, you have to help yourself, and you need that energy for yourself. And this has just been very hard on you. You've had a lot of stuff going on lately, and for the last few years, and you haven't really dealt with any of it. You've been running around chasing this person, doing circles, and looking like a chicken with its head cut off. You sound like one too, fighting all the time, and running around looking for them and flailing around. I don't know, you guys just seem loud and obnoxious and just kind of traumatic, like the type of couple that doesn't get invited twice because you guys started a fight at somebody else's house party or something. Like, just, I don't know, I just hear screaming and fighting and just crazy shit. And you guys have just been in the hangman for years, even prior to meeting each other. So both of you need to heal. Knight of Cups. This person does have love. You weren't not confused, but they were at the Five of Wands. So they were a Knight of Cups, and they were at the Five of Wands. So that's just saying they were half empty when they met you. They were half ready. That's like saying that you had one shoe. Would you buy it from the store? No, you wouldn't. Just because you like something doesn't mean that you sit there and buy a half complete thing. You guys need to start being better about. We all do. We need to start thinking of relationships more like job resumes, and really just like going beyond people's physical features and the way that they talk and sound and in the moment, because we all know that we have our thing that we do. You know, for example, when I was working in Alaska on the fishing boats, I met this guy named Lawrence. I thought he was sweet. He's not. He's a pig. Guess what? Lawrence called me back and wanted me back too. Isn't that funny? I never in my life would have thought Lawrence would have ever said that. He, like, broke my heart. He literally, like, did it with me for 6 months, and then when we were about to get off the boat, he said, it just didn't seem really realistic that we were in a relationship together. And then he literally came down here, and I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of a nutcase because I was going through a fresh breakup and I shouldn't have been dating in the first place, but I really liked him. Anyways, he just flew back to his house after a visit one day, and he, over the phone, said he just didn't want to do it anymore. I didn't think he was serious, but so I tried calling him again a few times after he dumped me, but because nobody dumps me. I never, like, I literally didn't believe him. And I was like, oh, hey, how are you? And he was like, I'm fine. Basically, like, what's going on? What do you need? I was like, oh, I'm just calling to talk. And he was like, we really don't have anything to talk about. And I realized, like, this motherfucker, like, what are you talking about? I was actually hurt. I cried a lot. My feelings were so hurt. Fuck you, Lawrence. Penis licker. But, guess what? Who hit me up, dude? Freaking 2 or 3 months ago. He started hitting me up out of nowhere. Like I couldn't believe it. It's been a few years. That's what I'm saying. Everybody that you cry over and freaking hurt over and want back so dang much, they'll hit you up as long as you don't act a fool on your way out. Give that motherfucker time to miss you. Let him date or her date other people. Let them try other people out. Go ahead. Like, I was confident and I was true. So you can't really, like, the only thing that we could really do different in that matter is just not date as fast in between breakups, because if we're hurting, we could end up manifesting somebody and that could lie and hurt us too, you know? That's why they say wait some time before you date again. Just because you gotta make sure that what you feel inside is not pain and anger and hurt, because if it is, then you're manifesting somebody with those same characteristics, and they're going to be hurting as they enter your life too. You manifest what you feel, you manifest what you are, you manifest how you act and how you treat people and everything about you, even if you do it in secret. The energy is the air, like, it's the world, it's the earth, it's the trees, it's the everything. And if you just stop actually thinking that at the end of the day, you're getting away with things with 3D people, you would, if you were really understanding that 3D is probably the least important of all, then you would realize how you've been spending all of this frickin' time living up until this realization, serving people that were false idols. They were false idols. Some of us have an addiction to sleep, like being with boyfriends or girlfriends. That was my biggest addiction for years. I'm so glad. I'm so glad to be living here alone today and to be able to do whatever I want, and to finally be able to pay my own bills. And I can literally do whatever I want. Like, I don't do that much. You guys know that what I do, because I'm like here with you every night, because it's just my choice. I could go out and do whatever. I mean, I do on Friday sometimes, but I have other things going on. Okay, so I cannot do it. I just want to tell you guys so many secrets I have inside of my body. I'm a secret holder. I need to make a song. Literally though, that doesn't matter. But the secrets do matter, because Empty and lonely. Some of you guys, again, yeah, you're feeling empty and lonely without this person. And that's why you just, do one thing at a time. Do one thing at a time. I know how it feels very sad to be in your house without your lover. And also sad that you have to know that your lover's doing stuff that hurts and breaks your heart so freaking bad. And you have to wonder, like, why they don't love you and they love those other things more. We all do it. I do it. One time, we can't keep doing one time at band camp. I just want you guys to know, like, if you, like, I would, sometimes I just give examples because I want you to know that no matter what anybody looks like around you, trust me, dude, everybody's going to get the opportunity to go through the same 10 problems, because there's about 10 problems in this world. I'm not talking about you lost your favorite shirt. I'm talking about financial problems, breakups, divorce, and just financial. You know what's on my mind. I just love my finances in order, even though I set larger goals than I make, and then I have to make all that, and then I set bigger goals, I have to make that, but I guess that's the point of goal setting, or I'm not sure. But just know that, whether we are dealing with a death, a job loss, a breakup, a divorce, finances, addiction, gambling, shopping, I mean, whatever it is, people go through shit. They just act different. They act different. My sister-in-law, she's such a beautiful person. Her, right before her mom died, I found my boss passed away, and I got really sick over it. Really bad, really bad. I fucked up, man. And her mom dies shortly after that, and she completely held it together. She was so graceful and so strong and so beautiful. She didn't look. I don't know if I ever told her, but I never forgot how amazing and graceful and beautiful she handled that. And I'm over here fucking losing my mind. Everybody handles things differently, and some people just don't show it. I'm sure that if she, I really feel like she deserves, a big old hug and somebody to talk to, and just, I bet you she holds all that inside, like some of you guys do. And some people rage, some people break things, some people say nothing, some people cry, some people party. Everybody does handle it differently. Some people work, some people get lost in a book, they disassociate, they don't want to be themselves with the problems that they have, and so they just imagine themselves in a completely different place, when the problem is occurring and abuse is happening or anything like that. They just disassociate and they pretend they're in this different world and they're in this different time and they're a different person with a different life, and before you know it, you are that person. It's just like gaming. You guys will have to look it up, disassociation, but people use that method all the time when they're being abused in young children, as young children, and it hurts. So they learn how to disassociate and not really be in the moment. And then when it's over, they return back mentally and just live their life again. You might not remember all of your memories, but when I talk about this, you're going to get a feeling in your heart if abuse happened to you as a child. And I'm sure that during these reads, we're going to get to a point where we figure out what happened to all of us. I know that many of us blocked it out. And there's going to be a chapter real quick, I'm sure, if we're even talking about this tonight, which was never planned, but we're all a part of it, dude. I guarantee you, more people than you probably think have been through the same thing. And we don't even need to put words on it. We don't need to put hate on it, blame on it, but we don't even know exactly what happened. We just have a feeling, dude. We have this part of us that is just somebody we don't know and we don't connect with, and maybe that is the part of us that disassociated from really bad things that happened. And if that's the case, well, we'll all have to work through it, whoever wants to together. Same as me. Same as me. And that's what we're here for, is to elevate. And in order to do that, we got to sort anything that is unsolved out. And you will know in your heart, in your soul, in your body, when you get a feeling inside that is uncomfortable, that there is something in there that is actually coming up to the surface. And we think that's we consider that anxiety, or we feel like, oh, what is that, like, ooh, like, and ooh, I feel gross, like, what is that, I don't feel good. No, that's not necessarily not feeling good. You need to stop pushing that down and be more aware of your surroundings and ask yourself, like, what is that feeling? That's a feeling of warning, and like letting you know, like, hey, caution, caution, or come up, something. This is something that you, if there was that feeling and it was a giant bear in the middle of a forest, you wouldn't be running, you wouldn't just be ignoring it or running away. You would be acting very seriously towards the matter. So those feelings you need to think of as grizzly bears. And you're lost in this dark forest, and there's a bear right there. And it's time for you to be still and stare that bear right in the eye and see its beauty. And in the moment, you become brave and you conquer your fear. And bears usually walk away. I know that you can do it, all right? Get that grizzly bear.